Hey everybody, just wanted to thank you all for coming here. It's really nice
I'm
to
not
see
starting till I have my
almost
coffee.
30 people. I was hoping that if we will get 20 people, it will be like really great. So to see 30 and so many juniors, B-level players, so it's really nice to see you all. So thank you for coming. And yeah, today we have Ash. He's really known referee in Europe, and thanks for all of you who made connections to invite Ash here. So without further ado, I think let's meet Ash and let's see the presentation. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I just told Jonas I'm not starting till I have my coffee.
Okay. Sorry.
No. First of all, I'd like to thank Lithuanian Squash Federation for this invitation. I have been here last year. I came here for the Lithuanian Junior Open, and I was the referee here. And then I had a word with Laurinus and Jonas, and they decided that would be help Lithuanian squash to have a seminar like this, a workshop, which will basically give you an insight into how to become a referee. It's not easy. It's not going to be 1, 2, 3 that after this you will be able to go and referee. This will give you an idea of what it requires to become a referee. And to become a top referee at any level, especially European Squash Federation referee, you have to go through different stages. You start at 0 level, then you go to level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 3 is the highest you will achieve as far as European squash is concerned. Level 4, then you're talking about the access to level 4 is very difficult, because then you're talking about the big PSA tournaments and that. Before I start, I would like to tell you something about myself. I was born in Africa, in Kenya. My origins are Indian. I moved to England when I was 15 years old. And since 21, I've been working abroad all over the place. I worked in the Bahamas, Iran, Africa. Eventually I ended up in Netherlands. I've been involved in squash for the last 40 plus years, out of which 20 years I've been a referee, basically just doing all the European tournaments. I am a PSA referee as well, but not the big PSA referees, because for that, they will only ask you to do the first rounds. They will not give you the top, like the quarterfinals, finals and that. So basically, I can do PSA tournaments with up to 50,000, 90,000 tournaments. That is what we are allowed to do. After that, you have to have level 4. I'm not going to get level 4 because I'm too old for that. And I don't want to be quite honest with you. It's too much hard work. The questions what will be asked, or you will need to ask me, we will save them for later on. During the presentation, I would prefer you not to ask too many questions, because otherwise it just goes into all different directions. So we'll basically stick to the presentation. There will come a time when you will be able to ask me questions as well. We have divided this into the presentation into 3 segments. The first segment is just the basic introduction of squash refereeing. The second one is films. You'll be able to watch films. And then we'll decide to have lunch or whatever. And after that, we will close up the presentation. There's a quiz after that. And the quiz basically consists of 30 questions, which we will split you up in groups. And then the group will, as a group, you will answer the questions. And it's very easy. There's 3 choices, A, B, or C. So, and I'll be around if you don't understand something, because it's all obviously technical English. If you don't understand, you can ask one of us. Okay? Okay, let's hope you enjoy the presentation. If I can get it started. 31, 32. is called, right, the contents of this. What are the training aims and essential principles of squash? The learning outcomes, markers and referees, qualities of a referee, referee code of conduct, player quiz, squash rules, warm-up intervals, referee and marker calls, match announcements, match call scoring. These are all what you have to know. A lot of it is, this is what we will be doing, interference video decisions, basic interference, low light basic interference. You will not be doing basic interference in stroke. We will not go into that because the stroke situations are very technical. To understand at this level, it is better you only do the yes light and no light. But the stroke situation, we can do it at a later stage. Okay? This is one of the most important ones. Illness, injury, and bleeding. A lot of you probably don't know that if there is an injury or a bleeding or anything, what are the rules? What do you do? You can't just expect a player to just walk off the court and attend to his bleeding or something. All this is connected with rules and regulations. So you must know. Okay? But we will come to that. Right. Training aims. To give you the confidence to officiate matches, this will be done by providing a basic introduction to the rules of squash and knowledge of where to find the resources. What they mean by where to find the resources is, after this, what you can do is go to the WSO site, which is the official body for squash refereeing. It's called World Squash Officiating. And this site will guide you. You start at 0 level, which costs nothing. It's free of charge. You just log in, get a subscription, and you start. Then you go to level 1, squash level 1. There you have to pay, I think it's about $10 or something like that. As soon as you get the level 1, they will give you access to level 2. Now, what are these levels? What do they mean? Once you get level 1, that means that you can officiate in your own club. So if you got a Friday night tournament or Friday night matches, a league match, you can officially officiate that. So you will be a referee for your club. When you get to level 2, that means you will be able to officiate at tournaments like the Lithuanian Junior Open, or you can be invited by the European Squash Federation, ESF, where I am the referee of ESF, and they will ask you if you are interested in coming to Germany, to England, British Junior Open. These are the places then they will ask you to come if you're interested. And then you go there. What will happen then is that you will get an assessment. So you will get an official referee from the World Squash Federation who will assess you. He will make an appraisal on you, whether you are qualified for that level or not. And once he says, okay, you've got your appraisal, you've qualified for this, that means the door is open for you to go to level 3. But you have to get this level 2 first. Otherwise, they will not open the level 3 for you. You can do the theory, but theory is not going to help you. You need the level 2 assessment, and that will open up the door. Right, here you can see it. Ensure that no one is in danger. 2 essential principles. Safety is placed first. No action could endanger an opponent. Fair play to ensure players respect the rights of the opponent and play honestly. What does that mean now? Play, yeah. You've seen it yourself. Safety, number 1 issue. Simple as that. No matter what happens on the squash court, you have to look at the safety aspect of it. You would rather play a let than put people in danger. If you can't make up your mind with the record, with the swing or anything, please warn the players. Safety is the biggest issue. Even at PSL level, when we're refereeing the PSL players, we always look at the safety aspect of the work, because it is dangerous, very dangerous. People have ended up in hospitals. One of the biggest injuries, eye injuries, come from squash. And that is not with the racket, but with the ball, believe it or not. The ball gets sucked into your eye socket. And a lot of the players, they hit the ball wildly. And biggest injury in the Netherlands is eye injury is through a ball. I've ended up in hospital twice with a ball in my eye. They're wild. And once you get hit in the eye, you have to stay overnight in the hospital because the damage is behind the eye. And you might not be able to see at the front. They have to keep you there for observation that there's no damage behind the eye. And that is how dangerous it is. So be always careful. Junior players, any tournament to junior, under 19, they have to wear safety glasses. Simple as that. And I recommend to you the Lithuanian Squash Federation as well. If you have juniors training or playing, please ensure they wear the safety glasses. It is for your benefit as well, that they do not get injured. And you know what children are like. They can get wild on the court. Please encourage them to wear glasses, safety glasses. Even the senior players, a lot of them wear glasses because they're afraid they're getting hit. And it will happen. A lot of you play squash, you've seen it yourself. Not everybody is conscious of the swing or anything, they will hit you. So be careful. Juniors, especially, get on the court, wear your safety glasses. Very important. Well, you know, you play yourself in the under 19s and that. It's compulsory. Okay? This thing keeps going off. Okay. Have great appreciation on the role of a marker, have more confidence to mark club matches, have introduction to decision-making process, dealing with interference, understand what tools are available in personal development, know how to access officiating resources, ES and WSF website. ES is European Squash, WSF is what I've told you about, what you have to go to, officiating. These are the websites you can learn about. We'll go to the next one. This tells you that normally in the past we used to have a 3-referee system. So you had a central referee, you had a right referee and a left referee. So we used to work with all three of us had a board in our hand. So if a decision was a player appealed, the right referee, the left referee would go up like that. It'd be either no let, yes let, or a stroke, or not sure. And they all show it to the main referee who decides. So you had to, if you two had the same, that would be the answer, majority won. But what happened in the past is that, believe it or not, instead of showing it to that, they showed it the other way around so the players could see it. So the player is turning around and saying, but he said no let. So it caused a lot of problems. And the 3 system, obviously it's very expensive to have 3 referees. So eventually they went to 2-referee system, which is a marker and a referee. A lot of you haven't probably worked with 2 referees, with the marker and that. Now, basically a marker's duty is he announces everything. Start of the game, result, records the score, calls all service, calls outs and double bounces, and this is the referee. Now both of them sit there, referee will keep all the scores. He announces what happens on the court. So if it's a yes let, no let, anything. He is not allowed to make a decision. Yes let, no let, stroke is left to the referee. The referee can, in principle, overrule the marker. If a marker has not seen a double bounce or something like that, the referee will turn around and say, double bounce, that's it. He can overrule the marker, but the marker cannot overrule it. I would recommend this system that once you start refereeing, do it with a marker, 2 of you. It will give you more confidence in how to do it as well. The only thing you've got to remember is once the match starts and everything, do not get into a discussion about a point. That is a no-no. Because if the players see you getting into a discussion, they don't like it. The referee has to be the strong one, makes the decision, that's it. The marker keeps his mouth shut. He doesn't say anything, let the referee do the talking. But this way you work. You work with both of you, you help each other out as well. You know, and to be quite honest with you, I prefer working with two. Because it's 4 eyes instead of 2 eyes. And sometimes, as you've noticed yourself, the pickups and things like that, you just can't see everything. You will make mistakes. That is one of the things you have to realize. As referees, we are human beings. We're not Superman or Superwoman. Everybody will make mistakes. Even the top referees of the world make mistakes. Simple as that. But they have video referee, we don't. One thing you mustn't remember is we have to make a split-second decision. There are so many aspects of squash that you have to realize and you have to make a decision. You haven't got 5 minutes to take the time to make a decision. You've got like that. You've seen a situation, you analyze it, quick in your head, you work it all out, no let. Now, the problem starts once you call out a decision and the player says, appeal. He asks you, why is it a no let? And this is where the problem starts. You have to explain to him, why is it a no let? 9 out of 10 times people go into a panic mode. They think, oh shit, what have I done now? I've got to explain this. This is why you will learn short explanations. What you're doing is not calling out just as a referee, you're not calling out yes let, no let and a stroke. An ape can do that. You put a chimpanzee there, he can call out the 3 things, easy. But he cannot analyze the game. You are there as a referee to manage the players. That is it. You are there as a manager to manage the players. What you're doing basically as a referee is you giving them instructions into how you want that match to be played. That is your job as a referee. Not just calling out, but guiding them. So if you see somebody, you give him a no let. He asks you for an explanation, you give him an explanation. So now the player is thinking, okay, this is his thought of line. So you are thinking like that. So he expects to do the next time, he said, okay, I won't do that because I'll get a no let. So you're guiding the player. But watch out. If you, with the same situation, you take a different decision, then you got problems. Because he will turn around and say, you don't know what you're doing. Because you have to be very consistent. As a referee, very consistent. Same situation, same player, different player, you gave the same answer. You cannot afford to go like a yo-yo. Yes let one time, no let another time. They won't. Players will not appreciate it. Most of the players will recognize that yes, you will make a mistake, they will accept it. As long as you're consistent in your refereeing. That is what they're looking for, consistency. Players will get upset. It is very emotional. They will get upset with you, they will shout at you, scream at you. The whole idea is to stay calm. Stay calm. You cannot afford to get angry with them. Do not get angry with them. Just stay calm, keep your cool, you explain that, and that's it. Explanations you will learn should be kept very short. You're not writing a book, so don't go into a 5-minute discussion with them. Just give them a short, there was a clear line to the ball. That's it. So he knows, okay, I have to take a line to the ball. That's all. But you can't discuss oh yeah, but you didn't move like that, and he was trying to do that, and this and that. You can't do all that. Just keep it short, okay? Sorry, this thing keeps going off. Okay, what are the qualities of a referee? Attitude. Be confident, pleasant, display integrity, honesty, take pride in appearance. If you go to an official tournament, they expect you to dress like an official as well. There are standards there. You have to have black trousers. You have to have. You're not allowed to wear sneakers. You're not allowed to wear jeans and things like that. No T-shirt. They will provide you with the European Squash Federation T-shirts, for the referees' shirts and that. So your appearance is very important as well. Timing. Be punctual. You have to be there half an hour before your matches start. Always go there half an hour before your matches start. If there is a junior tournament, a masters tournament, Lithuanian masters here, and you are the referee, the first thing you should do is come half an hour early. You go onto the court. Number one, you check the court. Simple as that the court is playable, that there is nothing lying on the court, that it's clean, there's no sand on it, some people haven't dropped coffee on it or whatever. So that is very important. Number one, always control the court. Number two, check who is playing on that court. You have to know which players are playing on the court. You don't want to wait till half an hour and then nobody turns up, or only one player turns up. So all these kind of things you have to take into account. Know the players. Under 19 must wear goggles, what we just had. Then understand the match format. What is the match format? Can anybody tell me what a match format is? Best of 3, best of 5, round robin, round 1, round 2. If the girls' group is not big enough, they play in group A, group B, like that. Have a spare ball, have a timekeeping device. You have to have a spare ball because that's for emergencies, always. They expect you as a referee to have a clipboard with you. You take your clipboard with you with a scoring sheet on it. Make sure you have a pen with it, scoring sheet, and a stopwatch. Very important. A timing device. PSA tournaments will not allow you to use a telephone or a watch. That is to stop people in the past because they were suspicious that the people were gambling. Believe it or not. So they stopped, PSA stopped using telephones, mobile phones. You're not allowed. This is why you always carry a stopwatch. These are the essential things for a referee. So a clipboard. Make sure you've got a spare scoring sheet. This is all emergency things, just in case a tablet fails. There's no internet connection all of a sudden. So you need a backup. And this is basically your backup. Communicates in a respectful, calm, and clear way. You have to stay calm, cool, and respectful to the players. You cannot end up almost shouting at the players. That does not work. They will not appreciate it being shouted at. So always stay calm. Even if they're being horrible to you, just stay calm. And you can resolve your problems. Correctly applies referee code of conduct. Now, that is the biggest thing, referee code of conduct. You as a referee obviously will learn all the code of conducts. What to give them. If they use abusive language, you can give them a conduct stroke, conduct warning, conduct game, conduct match. These are all things you learn. It has different grades of it. For the same offense, if say you've given him a conduct warning for blocking, doesn't mean that you have to escalate the conducts. You can give him again a conduct warning for the same offense. You do not necessarily mean to go up. So you don't need to go conduct warning and straight to a conduct stroke. You can give again a conduct warning for the same offense. But it is always a pattern. You as a referee are not just watching one shot, one point. What you're doing as a referee is you're forming a picture of the players. So if you see a player from the first moment, you see a player that he blocked, okay, he's blocked this time. And then in the second game, he's doing the same again. Now he's creating a pattern. So you can see it, that this player is somebody who's blocking. And this is how you manage a match, by understanding these players, what he is doing repeatedly. So when you do give him a conduct warning or a conduct stroke or something like that, you know that he does that, so you can escalate it, because you know he's got a pattern of doing things. So you have to watch as a referee. You're not just, yes, no, let it. Watch, observe what he is doing or she is doing. Is it repetitive? Is she doing it more and more? Exactly. Every game, is she doing the same? If it is, then you form a picture on the player. And it's not just that match. You have to form a complete picture. Common sense, consistency, and control, what I just said. You have to be very consistent. If what same situation, give the same decision. Common sense. We all got common sense. You know what is A, what is B. Everybody knows that. So use it. Just use your common sense. You know? You don't have to make it more difficult for yourself. Just use your common sense. If you think, okay, your gut feeling tells you, no let. Common sense tells you it's a no let. Call it a no let. Just use your brains. Just common sense. What we do in everyday life. We use our common sense. If I cross the road here, I might get hit by a car. That's common sense. So I'll go to the zebra crossing. It's safer. It's similar things you apply to squash as well. Just use your common sense. Basic common sense. Okay. Any questions on here? Attitude, timing, preparation? No? These are the requirements of a referee. Must be in good physical condition, so you have to be pretty fit. Must have natural or corrected 20/20 vision. You can't have a half-blind person refereeing. We just can't do it. So your eyesight has to be good. You have to be able to see the ball is traveling at 180 miles per hour or whatever. And you have to be able to see the pickups and things like that. So if you got terrible eyesight, I wouldn't recommend refereeing for you. I think that it's not something you would be able to do. You have to have knowledge of the current rules of squash in that. Now, can anybody tell me here when is the last time they read the squash rules?
A few months ago.
Okay, since 1st of September 2025, which is last year, some of the singles rules have been changed. They've just sharpened up a bit. Now, let me tell you a secret. A lot of the people think that PSA have different rules and what you guys play have different rules. That is not true. There is only one set of rules, and that is the WSF, World Squash Federation rules. And they apply for every level of squash, from junior level to PSA level. There's only one set of rules. So if somebody tries to tell you, yeah, but that is PSA, there is no such thing there. So don't try anybody to convince you that there are two different rules. All the rules apply to every level of squash, from junior to the senior level. I recommend that you should read the rules. Take them, honestly, go through them. It will help you to understand. If you want to become a referee, you need to know that. This is, must not consume alcoholic drink until the duties of the day are concerned. I see you laughing, but we've had some situations in the past where a referee had a couple of beers before he went to referee a match. And it's just not allowed. You can't drink alcohol and expect to referee. It is not something we do. We have to wait. If we caught having a drink, they'll just kick us out now. It is just not allowed. till we finish the duties of the day completely. Then we ask the tournament guy, are we finished for the day? He gives you the permission that yes, you're finished. Then maybe we can go and have a beer. But during a tournament, during matches and that, alcohol is not permitted. Public remarks, comments to the press, social media and that. As a referee, you're not allowed to do that. Any federation, if you're going to criticize your federation and that, I don't think it's done. You should never ever criticize. Like I will not criticize my fellow referee. We just don't do it. He might be wrong if you think, okay, yeah, he made mistakes, but so what? I make mistakes as well. But that is not a reason to criticize somebody. You can always talk to them in private, you know, that look, your refereeing was shit today, but hey, everybody makes mistakes. But do not ever talk to the press or the media or post something on the social media, like Facebook, Instagram or anything like that. Don't ever do that. Even a player, you should never ever criticize a player. It's just not done. Must refrain from players making any comments to players. So if you're going to go and see somebody, a player, and you say to him, look, I'm going to referee your match, and I know you what you're like. Don't do that. A lot of the players have obviously a bad reputation in that. So that doesn't mean you as a referee, I can go up to you and do that and say, I know you, you're a terrible blocker, you know, you block. I can't do that. It's just not, it's like Asal. We know what Asal is like. But I can't go to say, Mr. Asal, you're an asshole. I can't do that. You're just not allowed. Yeah. Training. Referee to this. Okay, next one. Here normally we do the quiz, which is the 10 films, but we're going to do that after lunch, yeah? Okay. So we'll skip that one. Warm-up and etiquette. You have to realize now. So you see two players get on the court. They have warm-up time is 4 minutes. So it's 2 minutes per side. Now the etiquette for warming up is you hit the ball 2 to 3 times maximum to yourself and then you pass the ball over. It is not 10 times to yourself while the other player is going like this looking what is happening, waiting for the ball. So you as a referee would indicate to them, it says equal time, 2-3 times maximum, pass the ball over. And you must do that. That is fair. Here it says 90 seconds, that has been changed now. The interval is now same as the PSA. So when the warm-up finishes, it's 2 minutes on each side, the warm-up is finished. The players come off the court, they go off, they get 1 minute. That's it. In the past, it used to be 90 seconds, but now it's PSA rules as well. Now we apply them everywhere, exactly the same. So it's 1 minute. So make sure when you then, that the players are on time back. 30 seconds, you announce it. 30 seconds, play will start in 30 seconds. It is the player's responsibility to hear you. It is not your responsibility to go running around and try to find the players. The players have to stay in the vicinity of the court where they can hear you. If they don't hear you, that is not your problem as a referee. It is their problem. You can sanction them for that. They know it. This is in the rule book. Game interval. Again, same thing that has been changed. It's not 90 seconds. So after a game, they get 2 minute break now instead of 90 seconds. Same thing again, you go say, play will resume in 60 seconds. Then you go, play will resume in 30 seconds. 15 seconds on court plays. Now, if 15 seconds to go, if they're not back on the court, You can give them a conduct warning, but say they come 5 seconds before they go. Now, the time is always going to start, they start warming the ball. You shouldn't allow that anymore now, because it's their responsibility. If they want to warm up the ball, they should come 15 seconds earlier on the court, before the start of the match again, the game. So you do not allow them to warm up the ball. As soon as they come back and it's time, the 2 minutes have finished, you say, start the game, please. That's it. Do not give them extra time. These are the rules, so you have to follow them. Okay, that's easy. That's not too difficult. I hope you do, guys, when you play among yourselves, do you adhere to these rules or not? You don't keep these rules? I would suggest, honest to God, if when you start playing among yourselves, if you play, try to stick to the rules. See how it works out. I think you will appreciate it. The game goes much smoother instead of waiting 5 minutes and drinking and then going back on the court. See how it works out. I think it will help you to understand, basically. Right, this is the what we just earlier had about the referee and the marker. What do you have to say? Halftime, time, announcement, introduction. When you're introducing a match, what is the introduction to a match? Lithuanian Junior Open 2025, what we had last year, or 2026, then you call out the player's name. Boys under 19, girls under 17, whatever. And then the name of the player, say so-and-so Oriol Silva from Spain, to serve, and then Van S from Netherlands to receive. That's to 5 games. Level. These are the things you have to announce. But this, you will learn as you go along. Once you start refereeing at official things, you will start calling your things out. Result of each game, so every time one game finishes, you turn around and it says Oriol 11-0, game to Oriol. Oriol leads 1 game to love. And then they go on a break. So when they come back, you start again exactly the same. Oriol leads 1 game to love, love all. Except when it's 2-1, something like that, then you say Oriol leads 2 games to 1, and Van S to serve. It could be he's serving, so a bit different. Fall down, up, not, that is all marker. The marker calls all that out. Hand out, when you change the hands. Game ball, match ball. Now normally if you have European Championships, you call out championship ball. So instead of match ball. Normally we call out championship ball. So in the finals of the Lithuanian Junior Open, under 19 boys, and if it's 10-9 or something like that, we call out championship ball. 15 seconds, stop, yes let, no let, and stroke. Yes let, 10-5 game ball. This is the order you have to call things out. If somebody says, okay, you've given a yes let, so you have to repeat the score again. Yes let, 10-5, game ball. This is all very important when you go for your exam, when you have your assessment done by WSF assessor. They will look at everything you call out. They will look at how you pronounce things. They will check everything. Be very careful. Any questions about this one? 15 seconds is the coming back onto the court. If you come up, there's 15 seconds left from a break, then you call out 15 seconds. That's it. And mostly you encourage the players that they come back in the last 15 seconds. You don't want them to walk on the court when it's only 5 seconds to go. So normally I tend to go 15 seconds on court plays. So they know that I'm expecting them to get back onto the court. You can call out on court plays, because what happens is now, If you see all these junior tournaments where they have the kids refereeing the kids, they don't keep an eye on the time they take for breaks and that. This is why all these kids matches, they run out of time. They go, they delayed and everything. Instead of taking 2-minute break, they take 5-minute breaks. Things like that. So it's always delayed. This is why we keep a tab on it. Timing is very crucial, because otherwise, if you can imagine 21 courts, all 21 courts are running 2 hours late. It causes chaos. This is why the referees have to keep a very tight timing. Okay?
I ask you one more.
Yeah.
Do we have any time we have to use to start a second rally? So the rally passed,
Yeah.
the previous one. Is there a time we have to start the second one? Like you
Right.
can, yeah.
Good question. He wants to know whether, what time have you before you start the second rally? So you two are playing, you've just made the point, and he's upset because he lost that point, so he goes wandering around in the court, and you ready to serve. Simple as that. Because he's trying to now reset his mind. That you see it in the top players as well. He goes wandering around. Now what they say about it, there is no such thing as an official time. But what we say it as referees is you have reasonable time. Reasonable. Now what is reasonable time? We tend to think reasonable time is about between 10 and 20 seconds. That is reasonable time for you to start the second rally. But if you find somebody is unnecessarily delaying the play to put you out of focus, this is a psychological warfare. Huh? Don't forget, once you two go there, everything is gone. You two want to kill each other. You want to win. That's it. So they will use anything psychologically to get you out of your focus. And this is one of the reasons they will get you out of focus. So when they lose a rally, you see sometimes they walk off and then go onto the wall and, you know, they do their laces, they tie their shoelaces and things like that. But as an experienced referee, you will see the signs. You will notice if somebody's, you know, pulling time. Simple as that.
Why they don't put the time on, say, 10 seconds?
No.
15 seconds?
They can't, because it's not in the rules. It's a reasonable time. The play has to be, if you read the rules, it says the play has to be continuous. So what you can say to the player is, please play on, play must be continuous. They will know exactly what you mean. Play must be continuous. So as soon as the rally finishes, you have to start serving again. Play has to be continuous. So if next time he starts it, you just say, come on, get on with it. These are the announcement. Match announcement. You can see it here. Norwegian Junior Open 25. Boys first round. Women's second round. Third stream match. Robert Lind of Netherlands to serve. Sebastian Huland of Norway to receive. Best of 5 games. Level. And then you can start here. Start of first game. Level. End of first game, you go 16-14, game to Huland. Huland leads 1 game to love. Start of second game, Huland leads 1 game to love, level. End of second game, 11-9, game of Lindner, 1 game all. Start of third game, 1 game all, Lindner to serve, level. And this is how you carry on, till the end. End of the 5th game, 11-9, match to Huland, 3 games to 2, then you announce the score. Exactly what the score is. And this you do it at every level. You can do it at ESF tournaments, your club tournaments, even if you're doing your Friday league matches, you can do that. It sounds professional, that is how you do it. Okay? Any questions about the scoring? Anyone?
Should we say game ball every time? If it's like 10-4, game ball, 10-5, game ball, 10-6, game every time?
Yes. Unfortunately, you have to. Except for when it's 10-10. 10-10, a player must win by 2 points. Now, once you've called out that's the only time you call out, a player must win by 2 points, one time. So again, now that it becomes 11-10, 11-11, then you don't have to say player must win by 2 points. No. So it's just one time you call out player must win by 2 points is when it's 10-10. That's the only time. Any other questions on that one? Clear? If you start using this system when you're playing among yourselves as well, you will get used to it. It becomes very natural. Okay. Shall we take a break now? And then we will carry on with the rest. We'll come back and do the quiz and then finish the rest of it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Yeah. So at the bar area, we have some snacks, water if you want. Talk with Ash, ask some questions. We're gonna have, I think, about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call out 15 seconds when it's gonna be left. So yeah, let's take a break and we will continue with the quiz afterwards.
The quiz is very interesting. That's where.
Yeah, quiz